What could he possibly mean by Twitch needing a scapegoat? What could Twitch possibly have to hide that they would go as far as to giving DrDisrespect the boot? Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of This Week Today with CuriousJ, where we talk about gaming and streaming news. I am your host, CuriousJ. I do appreciate y'all being here. If you've been here before, welcome back. Let's get straight into it, guys. It has now been a little over 2 weeks since DrDisrespect got banned, and we still don't know exactly what happened. No one knows. I mean, someone knows, right? Some people have to know, but we don't know. Since then, a lot more theories about the subject have come to light. Some new possibilities of why Doc is no longer on Twitch and seemingly MIA altogether. So what we do know as of now is that his ban had nothing to do with DMCA issues. We know it has nothing to do with Brime, which we talked about in our last episode. And we assume that it had nothing to do with any sort of sexual allegations, considering that something like that would have come to light by now. And his wife still has his back, 100%. I'd like to think that if that did have something to do with, that kind of an allegation, she wouldn't really be on his side. I mean, at least I wouldn't think so, right? With all that in mind, the question remains, what could possibly have happened to get him booted from Twitch permanently, from what we know? I mean, it has to be something serious, right? Well, we did get to hear from him recently on Nick Merck's stream. He donated some money and left kind of a cryptic message on his stream. I'll play the video for you guys real quick.
Wait, are we going for the scav?
Hey, I got a 50 from DrDisrespect.
I
don't know if it's him, but
I'm going for it, though.
he's donated to me before. This is exactly how he does it. He goes, it's not the audio, ... Check the records and VODs. Barely laying on a lounge chair right now. I hear everything. The ponytail still dripping. The two-time never slipping. Twitchy's a scapegoat? Question mark? I ain't even tripping. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
So do I really think that was the Doc donating to Nick Merck's stream? Honestly, I'm not sure. I feel like it could have been someone, using his name in the donation, but could have been him, right? Let's just say that it was actually him. At the end of the message, he says, Twitch needs a scapegoat, question mark? I ain't even tripping. What could he possibly mean by Twitch needing a scapegoat? What could Twitch possibly have to hide that they would go as far as to giving DrDisrespect the boot, even though they had just signed him to the platform back in March? And I'm assuming contract was good for at least a couple of years, $1 million deal, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. What could they have to hide? I mean, I'm sure there could be plenty of things that they'd want to hide, right? But what could have been so big that they needed a scapegoat? Nick Merckx goes on to say that he and Doc were making plans to do some gaming together. I'm guessing that happened off stream, and later on was prompted in a donation from just some random viewer to give us more info on what he knows about the Doc situation, and all he could say was that he would tell us in 2 months. I guess that's all he can say for now. So aside from the scapegoat theory from Nick Merck's stream, there was also some talk about him possibly getting into some sort of deal with Spotify. As we know, Spotify is starting to dabble into the realm of video streaming, maybe not live, but at least uploaded video content. We know that they signed a major deal to get Joe Rogan on their platform. But if you watch this clip real quick, you'll see what I mean.
Anyways, yes, I saw the announcement. That's big, $100 million deal on Spotify. I saw that announcement. I reached out to my team yesterday. Based off of that, and I always hear it from you guys and through people through donations and hearsay, thersay, messages, etc. About a doctor podcast, a show, etc. I mean, trust me, we're doing a lot of things behind the scenes. We're trying to figure out this machine that is this.
So he mentions doing a lot of work behind the scenes. I mean, I know Doc has an agency behind him. They're like this big Hollywood agency, and I'm sure they have a lot of pull in places like this. Could it be possible that Doc is signing some sort of deal with Spotify? And even then, is that something that Twitch would even let him go for? I mean, if you think about it, wouldn't that be the same thing as them not being okay with him having a YouTube channel? Because that's technically content that he's uploading on one of their competitors' websites. As much as I'd love to believe, this theory doesn't really seem to add up in my head. But I guess, as we've said before, only time will tell. If it's as long as Nick Merckx says it'll take, then maybe we'll know by September, maybe late August, early September. Hopefully DrDisrespect is able to shed some light on the matter sometime before then. In other news, since Mixer announced that their service is shutting down, Shroud and Ninja were nowhere to be found for what felt like a long while, like maybe like a whole month. It was a while. Well, although there's still no word on where Shroud will end up, Ninja went live on YouTube this last Wednesday, and although he was only live for about 2 hours, his stream went really well. He pulled in a little over 160,000 concurrent viewers, which is huge. Now, when the Mixer shutdown was announced, I had made the prediction that Shroud would end up back on Twitch and that Ninja would most likely end up on YouTube. Although he hasn't signed any sort of deals with any streaming platform yet, which means he isn't tied down to YouTube in any way. But I'm really hoping that I was right with this one, and hopefully maybe that's where he'll end up. I guess we'll just have to see who makes him the better offer, right? What I'm really curious about is, where's Shroud? The most we've seen from Shroud is him showing up on some of his friends' streams. We know he was watching Miskiff play through Minecraft Dungeons, and he later showed up on Summit 1G stream and even got in a few games with him. But still no return stream from Shroud. It's good to see that both him and Ninja are doing well though. They're just taking a well-deserved break, and I'm sure the streaming/gaming community is going to welcome them back with open arms when they're ready to make that return. We miss you guys for sure. But that's gonna be it for this week's episode, guys. I do appreciate y'all hanging out. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I really do appreciate it if you do. Keep in mind, I do stream on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday around 10 p.m. Central, 10:30 p.m. Central if I'm running a little late. But yeah, we're playing a lot of Valorant right now, and every Sunday is RPG day, so tune in and we'll see what it is, right? We chat about all this stuff there, so even if you just want to come chat, come join us, man. We always have a good time. Till next time, everyone, take it easy, and as always, stay curious. Peace.